Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and today is the day that we are scheduled to talk about days of our lives. And what's so funny is that it just so happens that today is also the day that Donald Trump has made the news again, which shouldn't surprise anyone. He's always in the news. But he made the news this time because of, in 2005, him and Access Hollywood host Billy Bush were on a bus and they were talking very derogatorily about women. One of the ones they were talking about was Nancy O'Dell, who, even though I have never met, I feel a very strong kinship towards because I was the Japanese Nancy O'Dell. So that whole exchange was disgusting. And then they were talking about Arianne Zucker, who is on Days of Our Lives, because Trump was filming a cameo on Days of Our Lives, and Access Hollywood was covering it. And I, the whole exchange was so gross. It was really disgusting. Regardless of whether or not you're going to vote for Trump, that has nothing to do with this one exchange. Whether you forgive him or not is up to you. I just think that this exchange was disgusting, and I think that Billy Bush is just as gross. I'm sorry for the attitude about women. I mean, I thought it was disgusting. It was really gross. You know what it reminded me of? And first of all, this is why I'm even bringing this up, because I find it insane. Like, it is absolutely, literally, mind-blowingly insane that people are blaming Arianne Zucker for it. Like, she didn't even know this whole conversation took place because this was all on the bus before she even met them. She was very sweet, very kind to both of them. Like, when Billy Bush, in just a sleazy way, was saying, oh, if you could take one of us as a date. I mean, like, they're both so gross. It was disgusting. She was very classy and said, oh, I couldn't choose either of you. I mean, like, she was perfection, right? I thought she did a great job. So, I'm really pissed off that people, first of all, if they mention her name at all, then a lot of people are saying that it's her fault. I mean, like, I'm sorry, excuse me, what? What exactly is her fault? That they were talking shit about her before she even, said anything? And when I say talking shit, I don't mean they were saying bad things about her. They were saying good things, but it was just so disgusting and derogatory. It was very, okay, so this is what it reminded me of. There's the scene in the movie Showgirls, right, where Nomi's at the boat show. And she does the boat show. She does a little dance for the show that she's in to promote her show at this big boat convention. And this businessman basically comes on to her and says, come have sex with me. But what he says is, do you want to see Caesar sing? So that's total. And you watch this movie and you're disgusted. You're like, oh God. And she's totally disgusted. She says no, and she, in melodramatic Nomi fashion, storms off. But that is exactly how I felt watching the whole thing, and not just Donald Trump, but from Billy Bush too. Like, whatever. And to the people sticking up for Arianne Zucker, good for you. I don't think she did anything wrong. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think she's a marvelous actress, and she was nothing but professional. So that just, the whole situation just blows my mind. I'm really irritated by it. It really bugs me. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm not political, and I'm not trying to get political with this. I'm not saying you need to vote for Hillary, you need to vote for Jill Stein, you need to vote for... I don't care. I'm just pissed off that this happened, and it's disgusting. It really is. It's gross. So, anyways, I'm sorry. If anybody ever talked to any of the ladies in my family, or about any of the ladies in my family like that, they would get a fucking punch in the throat. Like, I would be pissed. That would infuriate me. I'm just so annoyed. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's talk Days of Our Lives. I'm sorry. I know that was like a whole 5-minute rant where I started talking about Showgirls and shit, but it was really gross. Watch the tape. Watch the tape for yourself. It's all over everywhere, especially Facebook. It is all over Facebook, so I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Just do a quick little search on Facebook for Arianne Zucker or Donald Trump or Billy Bush, and they'll all be in there. That the tape, you know. And this is what, and the thing, and I feel so bad for her because, you know, CBS News was right outside her house, you know, which is annoying. And she comes outside of the house and they're asking her, you know, her comment on the whole situation. And she still, is that a pimple? Is that another pimple? Oh my God, I'm so stressed out at work. It is so bad that I'm totally getting stress zits. It's really unfortunate right there. Ugh. Anyways, so she's waiting. They're literally waiting for her outside her house, right? Which normally, if you're like a big star like Tom Cruise or someone like that, I understand that. You know, I get it. But, you know, she's a soap opera actress, right? And I'm not saying that should be any different, you know, that she's a soap opera actress and she shouldn't get paparazzi or whatever. But I mean, this was a reputable news organization. This wasn't TMZ. This was a CBS News. And they were like, you know, what's your comment? And her only comment, and it's so true, was that it's not about her. And she is right. She is 150 fucking % right. It's not about her. It's about women. It's about women in general and how these two slime balls feel about women. You know, it's so gross. It's so gross. It really, I'm really irritated by the whole thing. It's really annoying. Okay, I'm sorry. And she's got to be pissed off that she can't leave her house now. She's got to have security. She's got to have all these people. And she's got the prying eyes of the public. And she's famous for being the object of Donald Trump's disgusting, and Billy Bush's disgusting behavior. Like, that's horrible. That is awful. I mean, you know, I'm wondering, I'm curious, because the whole thing is it's very sleazy because, you know, Access Hollywood is owned by NBC. NBC owns Days of Our Lives. And NBC had The Celebrity Apprentice back when Donald Trump was still on television. I mean, like, and what kills me the most is that people, and I'm not going to lie, a lot of people are righteously upset about this, and they should be. They should be irritated about this. But I'm not going to lie, all those people should have been just as pissed off when he called Rosie O'Donnell a fat pig, but the reality is no one likes a fat girl, so they don't care. Right? That's awful. That's horrible. He's the worst. He is the absolute worst. It's awful. Anyways, I'm sorry. Days of Our Lives. Okay, so they've got the whole Legion of Doom shit going on with those three criminals, right? Orpheus, Xander, and Clyde. And the thing about the storyline is it's starting to be a little too long. They're starting to drag it out a little bit. Because, you know, they blew up the power plant and there's no power in the town. There's been no power in the town for over a week. So, what the fuck? Like, if this was a normal city, they would have had their power, like, the next day. Like, I get not getting your power back right away. I understand that. But they should have had their power back by now. I mean, it's literally been like a fucking week. Even if it hasn't been a full week in soap time, it's still been enough that they should have gotten their shit back together, you know. And then their excuse for all the other places was, oh, they've got generators. Okay. How the hell does the Brady Pub, a little family pub in Salem, Illinois, have a fucking generator in case of a power outage? Really? Okay. That's annoying. And the whole thing with Aiden and Hope and Rafe, I'm over that too. That's boring me as well. You know, I'm over all. I will give it up to Theo. Because normally I'm over that whole set. Joey, Sierra, Theo. I'm over all of them. What was that? And Jade, that girl Jade. You know that. I'm over all of them except even Claire. Oh God, Claire was annoying as a kid. She's annoying as a grown up. Funny story, my mom used to care for this older lady named Fran, and Fran fucking hated Claire. She was like, God, I hate that kid. It was so annoying. I loved Sierra as a little girl, though. I thought she was fierce. I loved her. She's the one who extorted Sammy out of those diamond earrings. She was great. But anyways, so I'm very curious to see how this. I took up all my time ranting about the whole situation, but just know that Arianne Zucker, I'm with you. Okay, I'm with you 100%. And kudos to you, Billy Flynn, for sticking up for her on Twitter. Good for you. I love it. Go Chad Demera. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in today. Tomorrow we're talking Young and the Restless, and who knows what shit's going to happen tomorrow. Talk days with me on Twitter, #days, and follow me at Angel Benton. Thank you so much. Have a good night.